Now, I'm a big fan of plain text, being organic, being human, being authentic in everything you do online, but specifically in emails.
If you open an email from a brand and it's a plain text, it's a pattern interrupt. You're expecting a designed email, and that screams, this is a marketing email, right? And when you open it as a plain text, it's like, hang on, and they read it. Like if it's an email from the founder, it's even more believable because it's like the founder wrote it as a plain text email like you would receive from a friend. If anything, it strengthens the relationship directly with the customer because you speak to them on an even more personal level when it comes to plain text.
Okay, so moving on to creative and the format, pretty HTML versus plain text. Now, I'm a big fan of plain text. I think it leans and favors more for the human aspects, which again, we've talked about on this channel around, being organic, being human, being authentic in everything you do online, but specifically in emails. Now, when do you go plain text and when do you go HTML design? Where do we go?
The way I see it is that as a brand, you should focus on your brand, right? You want to make things look the part. The key with brand is obviously its recognition and its awareness by showing people your logo, showing people your colors, showing people how you look and present yourself. And the best way to do that is with designed emails, right? However, there's always a place for plain text in my heart because they crush. Like it's simple. And I think they crush for eCom because, we use them sparingly. We use them when we're focusing on sales, product launches, important updates, emails from the founder, right? And think about it. Like if you open an email from a brand and it's a plain text, it's a pattern interrupt. You're expecting a designed email, and that screams, this is a marketing email, right? And yeah, that we do that most of the time, again, for branding. But when you open it as a plain text, it's like, hang on, and they read it. And okay, it's from the founder. And it makes sense. Like if it's an email from the founder, it's even more believable because it's like the founder wrote it as a plain text email like you would receive from a friend. We do them a lot. In the grand scheme of things, we do them sparingly compared to other designed emails. It's not the bulk of what makes up the emails we send. But yeah, brands that aren't doing it, huge missed opportunity. And there's 9-figure brands out there that are doing this. People think like it's tacky, it's whatever. But I think if anything, it strengthens the relationship directly with the customer because you speak to them on an even more personal level when it comes to plain text. But I know that you feel the same way.
Yeah.
I do want to understand maybe like a rule of thumb, 1 in every X number of emails should be plain text, or what percentage of emails, just so that brands don't overdo it.
That's such a hard question to answer because the way I think about plain text is, like you said, there's certain areas, campaigns, flows that you treat differently. And it's like certain areas where it makes sense to send a plain text. So I wouldn't put like a specific number on like only send this amount. I would say only send it if it makes sense to send it. And usually, for example, like for your welcome series, it might make sense for your brand to send an entire welcome series that is plain text. I would say that doesn't make much sense for many brands though. I would say for your nurture sequence, you can stick maybe to a mix, like 1 plain text and like 3 HTML designed emails. And then same for like your post-purchase flow. You can have again, with the post-purchase flow, you've got to think about buyer's remorse. You've got to think about also trust. Like, hey, I've just made this purchase. Do I actually really trust these guys? I do. I've made the purchase, but I want to feel more secure in my purchase. And sometimes a designed email can come across more professional. And especially using like dynamic blocks within Klaviyo, you can show what they've ordered, what they've bought, and have that automatically fill out. And usually that works better in a designed email. However, combining that with a personal founder note in your post-purchase sequence saying, hey, this is X from Brown. I started this business and this brand for this reason to help people just like you. And I'm so glad to have you on board and start this journey with me and together. And you're going to receive some emails now that are going to educate you and help you with this, new purchase. I think that's perfectly, it makes sense to do so. So yeah, I think just be discerning of when you use it, and I wouldn't ever put a cap on it because it's such a powerful tool. It really is.
All right, guys, that's it for this video. If you are looking for a partner to help you with your retention marketing, implement all the things we spoke about in today's video and more, just take this off your hands so you don't have to focus on it, get a great ROI from your retention marketing, boost LTV. It's exactly what we do. As said, I'm the founder of Hayes. Dan leads our retention marketing department. He leads all the team, oversees all the clients. When you book a call and link down below, you'll talk directly with me. We'll see if it's a good fit for us actually to work together. We don't take on all the brands that we speak with. We actually turn away more business than we take on. So yeah, check out that link. Hope to speak with you soon. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one.
See you in the next one, guys.